Thanks for visiting our YouTube channel. Here are the latest NBA games results today, game schedule for tomorrow, and the updated NBA team standings as of today, January 12th, 2025.
In the first of 7 NBA games scheduled for today, the game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Houston Rockets were postponed today due to a winter storm condition in the Atlanta area. Stay safe, Atlanta. In the second game, the Phoenix Suns took care of business at home as they defeated the visiting Utah Jazz with the final score of 114-106. Devin Booker led Phoenix in scoring with 34 points, followed by Kevin Durant 25 points and Grayson Allen 14 points. For Utah, Lauri Markkanen led the Jazz in scoring with 24 points and Colin Sexton 20 points. In the third game, the Detroit Pistons gets a home victory over the visiting Toronto Raptors with the final score of 103-114. Tim Hardaway Jr. led Detroit in scoring with 27 points, followed by a triple-double performance from Cade Cunningham with 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 17 assists, and Malik Beasley, 18 points. For Toronto, Emmanuel Quickley led Toronto in scoring with 25 points, and Scotty Barnes, 16 points. In the fourth game, the Memphis Grizzlies gets a narrow road victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves with the final score of 127-125. Jaren Jackson Jr. led Memphis in scoring with 33 points, followed by Desmond Bane 21 points and Jalen Wells 13 points. For Minnesota, Dante DiVincenzo led the Timberwolves with 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists, while Jaden McDaniels added 21 points. For game number 5, the Miami Heat gets an easy road victory over the Portland Trailblazers, with the final score of 119-98. Tyler Hero led Miami in scoring with 32 points, followed by Nikola Jovic, 21 points, and Haywood Highsmith, 14 points. For Portland, Anfernee Simons led the Trailblazers with 38 points, while Shaedon Sharpe finished the game with 22 points. For game number 6, the game between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Charlotte Hornets was postponed due to the still ongoing wildfire across California, as well as the 7th and final game scheduled today between the Los Angeles Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs was likewise postponed due to the same reason. Our thoughts and prayers for those affected by this massive wildfires. Updated NBA team standings as of today, January 12th. In the Eastern Conference, the league-leading Cleveland Cavaliers remains at number 1 with 33 victories and just 4 losses, and have won 12 consecutive games. At number 2 are the Boston Celtics with 27 wins against 11 defeats. The New York Knicks are still at the 3rd spot, with 25 wins against 14 losses. The Milwaukee Bucks are now at 4th place with 20 victories and 16 losses, and on a 3-game winning streak. The Orlando Magic completes the East top 5 with 22 wins and 18 defeats, and have lost 2 straight games. The Indiana Pacers are at number 6 with 21 victories and 18 losses, and on a 5-game winning streak. The Miami Heat are at the 7th spot, with 20 wins and 17 losses, and have won 3 games in a row. The Detroit Pistons are at number 8, with 20 wins and 19 defeats. The Atlanta Hawks are at number 9, with 19 victories and 19 losses. The Chicago Bulls completes the Eastern Conference top 10, with 18 wins against 20 losses. At number 11 are the Philadelphia 76ers, with 15 victories and 21 defeats. At number 12 are the Brooklyn Nets, with 13 victories and 25 defeats, and have lost their last 4 matches. At number 13 are the Charlotte Hornets, with 8 wins and 27 losses. The struggling Toronto Raptors are at number 14, with just 8 wins against 31 defeats, and have lost 5 straight games. And at the very bottom of the Eastern Conference team standings are the Washington Wizards, with just 6 victories and 30 defeats, and on a 5-game losing streak. In the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder remains at the top spot, with 31 wins against only 6 defeats. The Houston Rockets are at the second spot with 25 victories and 12 losses and have won 3 games in a row. The Memphis Grizzlies are not far behind at number 3 with 25 wins and 14 losses. At number 4 are the Denver Nuggets with 22 wins and 15 defeats and have won 2 games in a row. The Dallas Mavericks are at the 5th spot with 22 victories and 16 defeats and have won 2 straight games. LeBron James and the rest of the Los Angeles Lakers are at the 6th place with 20 wins against 16 defeats and have lost 2 straight games. The Los Angeles Clippers are at number 7 with 20 wins and 17 defeats and have lost 2 in a row. The Minnesota Timberwolves are at number 8 with 20 victories and 18 losses. The Sacramento Kings are at number 9 with 19 wins and 19 losses and on a 6-game winning streak. Steph Curry and the rest of the Golden State Warriors completes the West top 10, also with 19 victories and 19 defeats. The San Antonio Spurs are at the 11th spot with 18 wins against 19 defeats and have lost their last 3 games. Kevin Durant and the rest of the Phoenix Suns are struggling at number 12 with 18 wins and 19 losses and have won in their last 2 games. The Portland Trail Blazers remains at number 13 with 13 victories against 25 defeats. The Utah Jazz are at number 14 with 9 wins against 28 losses and on a 2-game losing streak. And at the very bottom of the Western Conference team standings are the New Orleans Pelicans with just 8 wins and already piled up league-worst 31 defeats. Here are the 9 NBA Live games scheduled for tomorrow, January 13th. For the first of 9 NBA games to be played tomorrow, the New York Knicks will be at home at the Madison Square Garden Arena as they host the visiting Milwaukee Bucks at 4 in the morning. For the second game, the Dallas Mavericks will try to defend home court as they play against the visiting Denver Nuggets at the American Airlines Center, also at 4 a.m. For the third game, the red-hot Sacramento Kings will be on the road to face the Chicago Bulls at the United Center at 4:30 in the morning. For the fourth game, the league-leading Cleveland Cavaliers will try to extend their winning streak to 13 games as they host the dangerous Indiana Pacers at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse at 7 a.m. For game number 5, the West top seed Oklahoma City Thunder will be at the nation's capital as they play versus the Washington Wizards at the Capital One Arena at 7 in the morning. For game number 6, the Philadelphia 76ers will be on the road as they take on the Orlando Magic at the Kia Center at 7 in the morning. For game number 7, the mighty Boston Celtics will be defending home court at the TD Garden Arena as they host the West worst team New Orleans Pelicans at 7 in the morning. For game number 8, the Utah Jazz will be at home at the Delta Center as they play versus the visiting Brooklyn Nets at 9 a.m. And for the 9th and final game scheduled for tomorrow, Kevin Durant and the rest of the Phoenix Suns will be hosting the Charlotte Hornets at the Footprint Center at 10 in the morning.